Anxious Earth is rising. Anxious Earth is rising. I'm so happy.
We spend our life searching for the sense of belonging. Some people die before they fulfill their desires. Such a waste of existence.
Hey, this is Double Triple Channel. Welcome. I'm doing a pasta tips stream. Yeah, this is Double Triple Channel. My name is Ron. I live in rural New Hampshire. I live around forests and animals and all kinds of stuff. Sometimes I stream about that. Sometimes I stream about science, do IRLs. Today I'm doing pasta tips. Sometimes I do sci-fi movies, a lot of different stuff. This should be just a quick stream. I was, what else? Oh, the date. Yeah, today is August 8th, 2025. August 8th, 2025, a little after 7 p.m. Eastern Time. Chan the Magic Man, let me give him a shout out. He did a stream on pasta, and I had some ideas. I've been cooking it a long time, and I thought that I could give him some tips. So I asked him if he would. I don't know if that's right. Yeah, that's right. I asked him if he would like some tips on cooking pasta, because I've been cooking pasta for half a century, right? So he said sure, and I thought, well, rather than type it all into Discord or something, I'd do a video. And so I thought, well, I can do a video, and I said, well, I might as well do the video on Twitch live. You know, do the stuff on Twitch as a live thing. Then I can get a Twitch stream done, and then I'll just take my Twitch stream and chop out the parts that I don't like and put it up as a video on YouTube, and then we'll have it there. So this should be a very quick stream. What I want to do is just explain how to just some of the tips that I have on cooking pasta, and very simple. Okay, this is pasta. I buy pasta in big boxes like this, and as you can see, it's got a ton of pasta in there. You're not going to probably want to use that much pasta when you're doing it. I've got some water I'm trying to heat up on the stove, which should be pretty close to being hot right now. And you can use. I used to use bottled water like this for my pasta, and I thought, well, because I don't like using tap water, because like most of the places I've lived, the water's not been good, and like I live here in a rural area, and they got a lot of livestock and stuff like that, putting things into the water. So, but I finally decided, well, the pasta doesn't take up that much of the water, right? You drain most of the water. Now I cook it in tap water, because this much pasta is not gonna. It's only gonna be just a little, like a couple teaspoons of water or something or whatever that get soaked into the pasta. And then when you're done cooking it, you can rinse it with the bottled water if you want. So that's what I decided to do, and I cook with tap water now. Let me see if my water's ready. Now the water doesn't have to be totally boiling when you put the pasta into it, as long as it's like 80, 90 degrees or something. That's C. You can look at my other videos on how to convert from C to F. So if it's like 80 or 90 degrees, that's good enough to put the pasta in and get it start cooking it, and then it'll continue to boil or whatever. And you don't need that big of a pot, even if you have like long spaghetti like this, real long spaghetti. This is medium size, I guess. Spaghetti. This isn't that long. But even if you have spaghetti like this, you don't need a pot that's as big as the spaghetti. You can use a small pot, and I have a really, regular sized pot that I'm using that I think will work okay. Let me go check and see if it's boiled. Now this part will be cut out of the video, right? Me walking around and getting stuff. Oh, also, I got to check and make sure that I'm not running into an ad, because Twitch puts ads on me here, and we might be up to an ad. Let's see here. Ad manager. Ad starts. Okay, so I blew through an ad there. Okay, it didn't matter. Is anybody watching? Oh, I think I got somebody watching. Hi. Yeah, this if you missed through the ad, I'm doing a pasta tip stream, and anyway, the purpose of this is basically just to get some footage of me doing shit with pasta, and then I'll chop it up with an editor and put it up on YouTube. But I thought I'd do it live on Twitch, and also I wanted to do it as a video, because there might be other people who might be interested in this. I learned a lot of stuff. Oh, hey, Chan, I got a raid from Chan. Hey, Chan. Great. Hey, shout out to Chan. I just gave you a shout out a little bit earlier. Just scroll up on the chat. I gave Chan a shout out. Let me give eRoom a shout out here. Shout out to eRoom. And a shout out to Nico Ninja. And a shout out to Sloth. He goes by DJ DJ Manix Max TV now. Just rolls off your tongue. It's a great name. And then we've got anybody else in here? I guess that's it. All right, so I was just going to run into the. Oh wait, that one didn't go through. Why didn't that go through? There we go. Did those shout outs work? I can't tell. I can't tell if those shout outs work. Wait, okay, shout out was given to eRoom. Oh shoot. You know what? I said them all. I'm sorry. They didn't go for some. I typed in eRooms went. Let me try harder. Everybody's probably already following everybody already, but for the benefit of the VOD, right? If somebody's watching the VOD, then they will see this. Nico Ninja, did that work? Okay, I'm sorry if I missed anybody. I tried to type them all in there, but I think everybody here follows each other already anyway. So follow all those people I named if you're watching on the VOD, or if you're on YouTube, get over to Twitch and follow those people. Chan also has a channel he has 2 channels on YouTube. He has one for his VODs and one for edited videos. So get over there and you know, subscribe to his channels and stuff and watch them and comment on them. Yeah, comment on, if you're looking at, you've got friends on YouTube, comment on their videos, because that helps their algorithm, you know, the YouTube thing. YouTube will put them in results more and they'll get more views, blah, blah, blah. Let me see if my water is ready here. I can't do this, you know, it's too hard for me to put my computer, my kitchen isn't big enough to do like a regular cooking stream in the kitchen. So I'm going to try to do it this way and see if it makes any sense. So first thing is how to get the spaghetti out of the box, right? You go like this and you can pull it out bit by bit or whatever. The amount of spaghetti you need, what I discovered is just take your fingers and go like this, and that's enough spaghetti for two meals of yourself. So the smaller you are, the smaller that little loop is going to be, and the bigger you are, the bigger the loop is going to be, right? So that's what I figured out. And if you want to get a portion of it out, if you wanted like 2/3 of it, just flip over one flap and then turn it sideways and then slide it out. Or you can flip over one of these bigger flaps and you get about 1/2 of it out. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to flip over one of these flaps and hopefully, whoops, oh shit, that didn't work. There we go. Oh. God, I practiced this too. Let's see here. All right, there we go. Anyway, you get enough out, and then you grab enough so it's about that much, right? So this is probably too much. Let me take a little bit less here. I'll take a little bit less. All right. There we go. So that's a little bit less than my hand around it. Okay. So I heated up this water here on the stove. It's been sitting here for a little bit, so it's already probably cooled off a little bit, but it's still, what is it here? It's almost 70, almost 80 degrees. But it'll be enough to demonstrate what I want to do here. So you put it in there, and the trick with cooking pasta is that you want to make sure that you don't leave it like this too long, with a little, just, you know, halfway in, you know, because if you do that, then your pasta will end up this side will cook, this side of the pasta will cook more than this side. So the idea is to try to get it as quickly as possible, all the pasta in the water. As soon as you put it in there, it'll start to, see, it's already starting to bend a little bit. See that? I can bend it. So it only takes about a minute. And now I'm doing this on, see, this has probably gotten down to 70 degrees or so now. Yeah, see, it's getting down there. Oh, let's see what it's at here. 75. Yeah, see, it's going down a little bit. And see how much I can, and you just bend it as much as you do. Don't break it, of course, but bend it as soon as you're able to bend it as much as possible. Push it down in, and try to get it in there just as quickly as possible. And then once you get, then use a fork, or fork works really well. You grab it and twist it, and just make sure you get that pasta into the water as quickly as possible. Make sure it's all in the water. And now when you cook it, you can cover it. It'll cook a little bit faster if you cover it. But there we go. Now I'm gonna put this back on the stove here, because it's down to, what is it down to here? Yeah, 70 degrees. See, it should be boiling. So. Okay, all right, so that's cooking. Now the package here says to cook it. Can you see that? I had spaghetti for dinner. Oh, good. You know, I didn't really read all these comments. Guess I should be interacting with chat since I got people actually watching my stream now. Let's see. Cooking in the kitchen. Nice. Big Ducky Snow. Hey, Big Ducky Snow. How are you? Oh, let me give Big Ducky Snow a shout out too. Let's see here. Shout out at... Yeah, anybody that I missed or anybody else in chat that you know that streams, go ahead and shout yourself out. I don't mind. You know, promote yourself. That's the idea, right? Us small streamers got to help each other out. Let's see, Big Ducky Snow. GTSY. I don't know what that means. GTSY. I don't know what that means, Sloth. Let's see. Big Ducky Snow shout out. Okay, I think we got all the. Now I want pasta. Yeah. Oh, I should have done I should have put a content warning, right? I think it's in the title, right? Pasta, and you know, I'm going to be showing food here. So anyway, this thing here, it gives instructions, right, on how to do it. Is that upside down, or is that, there it is. Now I had less than 5 or 6 quarts, but it says add pasta to the water. Stir occasionally. Okay. Now it says for al dente, it says to cook 10 minutes. There's no way. If you cook this is really thin spaghetti here. See how that's skinny spaghetti. If you cook that 10 minutes, it's going to be mushy. It's not going to be good. And what you can do, let me go. Here, I'll go grab a little piece of spaghetti and show you how you check it. Okay, I pulled the spaghetti out. After you've done it a few times, you'll just learn. Just by moving the spaghetti around in the pot, you'll be able to feel whether it's done or not. It comes with experience. But until you get there, see, this one is still kind of, it breaks a little bit, and I don't know if you can see that here. I don't know if we're going to be able to get that here. But the end of the spaghetti has got, when you break it, you'll be able to see a white part, a part that's whiter in the center of it. And that's the part that's not done yet. You can't really see that well. But that's one way to tell if your spaghetti's done. The other way, of course, is just to cook it, what the package says, but they don't always get it right. Like on this one, it's not 10 minutes. That's not right. I set my timer for 5 minutes on this one. But since I had it setting out here, anyway, that's one way to check it. And again, it's just by feel. You know, you can feel the spaghetti a little bit. Another thing is that you got to make sure you got to get it in there really quick so it all cooks at the same amount. But then the other thing is when it's done, when the timer goes off, don't just turn the flame off because the water is still hot, right? I was sitting here with that water sitting out for a couple minutes, and it still started to cook the spaghetti. And it'll do that on the end, too. If the timer goes off and you shut it off and just let it sit there, it'll continue to cook. And then you end up with mushy spaghetti, you know? Now, I set it for 5 minutes. It should be done probably about like 7 minutes. Probably would be good for this. 10 minutes is too much. So my timer just went off. Oh, am I coming up to an ad here? Okay, we got 2 minutes before the ad starts. So during the ad, I guess I'll run in there and pull that spaghetti off. I cooked it 5 minutes. It got in there. It got into the water a little bit before that, so it should be done in about 7 minutes. So that'll be when the ads start. We'll be done. I'm gonna go stir it really quick here. And I got a couple other tips on garlic and onion and some other stuff too. So. Okay, ads should be starting here in just a second. So, 1 minute it says for ads. Okay, so I just checked it with the fork, and it looks like it's just about done. So I turned the heat off now. My timer went off at 5 minutes, so about 5 minutes 30 seconds. I shut off the heat, but again, the water is going to continue to be. And I've got one of those ceramic stoves, you know, that continue to make heat even after you shut it off. So I'll let it go another minute or so. As soon as the ads start, I'll run in there and get it. And what I'm going to do is you want to get it out of the water. As soon as it's done, you want to get it out of the water right away so it doesn't get mushy. And that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to get it out of the water. I'll rinse it with this bottled water. Because like if you have water that if your tap water, you think it might have germs in it or something like that. If you rinse your spaghetti with that, then your spaghetti's it's not going to get boiled, you know what I'm saying, after it's cooked. So, all right, ad should be starting here in just a second. I don't know if that made sense or not. Let me look at chat here real quick. Oh, Chan made some pasta earlier too. That's right, yeah, you said you tried again. Glad to see you. Okay, GTSY, glad to see you. Okay. Do you cook anything else on stream? Like steak? No, Ben. No, look at my thing. It says vegan. Are you trolling me there, Ben? What are you doing? Let's see. Cool vibe video. Okay, that's my MooBot. All right, my thing's going on there. I think we got ads running. You may be seeing ads right now. I'm not seeing them on mine, but you might be seeing ads. So I'm gonna go dump my spaghetti out before it gets overdone. Okay. All right, the ad. Okay, I think the ads are done. No, it says ads in progress still. So still got 20 seconds left. Some of you might be getting ads, some of you might not. Let's see. 8-ounce steak. No steak. No. All right, I think the ads are done. So what I did is I just sat this in the sink, right? And took that pot, dumped everything, water, the spaghetti, everything, all at the same time into the colander. The water ran through, and then you get your drained pasta. Looks like this. And this pasta's pretty good. Now it's starting to stick already. So what I'm going to do, in fact, I can do that right now here. Okay. This pan here that I just cooked it in, I poured a little cold water on the bottom of it so it would cool down a little bit. So I put this pasta in here. And then just, can you see that? Okay, yeah. I don't have this on here very good here. And you can hear me okay, I hope. Lurk. Okay, Nick and Ninjas, thank you for the lurk. Alright, so I just pour a little bit of this bottled water over the top of it, which kind of rinses it, you know. And then it makes it so it doesn't stick anymore. Another way you can make it not stick is to, as it's boiling, and this also keeps it from boiling over, is to put a little bit of oil after you get this spaghetti in the water. Put like a little bit of oil on top. It'll float on top, and it'll help reduce the thing from boiling over, and it'll also keep the pasta from sticking a little bit. You know, it'll coat the pasta with a little bit of oil. The problem with using oil, though, on pasta is that when you get your sauce on it, like a tomato sauce or something like that, the tomato sauce won't stick to it either. And you end up, when you eat it, you end up eating pasta, and then you got a bunch of tomato sauce left in your plate or your bowl or whatever. So that's one of the, if you're doing like a thing like what Chan was doing was garlic and oil, then the oil's already there, right? So that should be pretty good. This pasta looks like it's done. I can do a thing here again. Now there should be either no white in the center or just a little bit of white in the center. And that's what I got there. I got just a little bit of white in the center, and that's how I like it. And you can, some people like it done more, some people like it done less, it's whatever, that's the cool thing about cooking when you do your own cooking, is you can make stuff exactly the way you like it. So, all right, now let me put that aside. I haven't even decided what kind of sauce I'm going to put on it, but I wanted to explain how to do garlic. I noticed when Chan was doing it, he did a lot of different. He had about a dozen cloves of garlic, and again, if you like a lot of garlic or you don't like garlic, if you want just a little bit of garlic but you still want a lot of stuff like an oil and garlic, you can instead of doing 10 different cloves of garlic, you can do 1 or 2 cloves of garlic, and then the rest of it just an onion cut up. And it'll be the same kind of thing, but it won't be as strong, doing it that way. All right, let me show you how to cut an onion here. I was going to show folks how to do a garlic, but I couldn't find my garlic. For some reason, my garlic went AWOL, and I looked all through the refrigerator, and as I was looking for my thing of garlic, I found an old garlic way in the back of the refrigerator that's trying to grow. It was trying to grow on my refrigerator. And you'll see this sometimes. You'll see a little bit of green come up. This one's been sitting back there for a week or two, and it just wants to grow. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take these garlics here, these ones that have sprouted, and I'll just take them apart and then stick that in a pot in some soil, or stick it in the garden or whatever, and it'll grow up, and it'll make each one of these little things here, after a couple months or so, 3 months or whatever, it'll make a whole big garlic ball, whole thing of garlic. So you never have to buy garlic again if you do that, if you time it right and everything. Okay, so how to cut a onion. You can cut an onion so it's sliced almost in perfect cubes. Let me put this down here. I don't have I should have done this on a cutting board, but that's okay. The idea with an onion You got to take the skin off first. And what I do is first I poke it here so that my knife can get a good edge. Then I cut it. I cut the top off, but I don't cut it all the way off. I cut it part way, and then lift it like that. And I do that on the bottom too. Let's see here. Poke it to get a grip. Because this knife is a little bit dull, but still not too bad. And so then you grab that, and so it makes a little handle here that you can just grab and pull the skin like that. That one didn't work too well. This one might work better. Oh shit, that didn't work at all. Alright. Plan B. If that doesn't work, that usually works pretty well. This onion still is too fresh or something. The other thing to do, if that doesn't work, plan B is to do one of these cuts on it, all the way across, and that gives you a thing to grab. And you know, I don't bother trying to just pull this little skin off. That's really a pain in the butt to try to just pull that little skin off. I just go in there and grab the whole first layer and just take it off that way. It's just a lot easier. This onion is really something else, man. This is something going on with this onion. I just take the whole layer off. There, I have. That's good enough. So, and then when you cut the onion, I'm not going to cut this one, but here's one that was cut and been sitting in my refrigerator. You cut it like from North Pole to South Pole. Imagine this is the Earth, right? If this Earth is going to turn, it's not going to turn this way, right? The Earth wouldn't turn this way. The Earth turns this way, right? See how that works? That's how the Earth would turn. So if the Earth turns this way, then this is the North Pole and that's the South Pole, right? That where the top of the onion is the North Pole. This is the South Pole. So you cut it right through from the North Pole to the South Pole like this. I'll go ahead and cut it. I can cut it on this towel here, I think. And cut it all the way through. That's the first cut. Then, for each of these, you cut them in half. Again, from the North Pole to the South Pole. Like that. And then keep on going that way. From the North Pole to the South Pole. All through the whole thing. This is kind of hard to do on a towel, but I'm not going to do it exactly right. It's too hard for me to do it with this, but and just cut it all the way, North Pole, South Pole, until you get little slices like that. Then turn it sideways. Now cut it across green. Cut it across the ones that you just did. And and see, these are perfect little cuts that way. Then they're almost little squares. See, if you want diced onion, right? If you want sliced onion, then you do it a little bit different. And then when you get to this part here, it's a little too close to hang on to when you're doing it, right? You try to cut that, it's just going to all fall apart. What you do is just take that and tip it like that, and then cut it some more. And there you go. You got diced onion. What else was I gonna do? Did I blow through an ad? No. I think we had enough time. Oh yeah. Another thing is, yeah, you could just do like garlic and oil. Garlic and oil is a very simple pasta dish, or from that as a base, the garlic and oil or garlic and onion oil, you can just add other vegetables. You can cut up a tomato. You dice the tomato almost the same way I dice that onion, kind of. And or broccoli. Broccolis are really good, or any kind of green like kale. Anything like that, green, and it makes it really nice. If you do chop up tomato, and which is red, and then you chop up something green like broccoli or kale or some other green vegetable, and you put that into the pasta, the tomato, and the broccoli. Oh, and you cook that separate, of course. You cook the broccoli separate, and cook the tomatoes separate. You can mix them together if you want, but if you're looking for a really cool presentation, then you cook them separately. And you put the pasta on the dish. Then you put the everything cooked separate, right? We just cooked the pasta separately, then cook the oil and garlic and onion separately, and don't cook it too much. I don't use oil that much. I actually just use water. That way you can't overcook it. If you use oil, then it's easy to overcook it too much. But if you use water, the water's going to boil and it will maintain the temperature at 100 degrees, and you won't overcook it that way. It's harder to overcook it. So you put the garlic and onion sauce on it, then you put the tomatoes on it, the diced tomatoes on top of the pasta, and then put the green, whatever it is, broccoli or whatever on top of it, and it looks really cool. And then, when whoever eats it, they can mix it up any way they want and do it that way. And then if you're just using you can use canned tomato sauce or something like that, or spaghetti sauce. Again, they'll cook it separate, and then pour that on top of this. After it's cooked, then put it on top of your cooked pasta. You don't want to cook the pasta and the sauce together, because then the pasta will get overcooked and it'll be mushy. So let me check chat here. Any questions? Let me see here. Pasta earlier. Do you cook any? Let's see. Lurk, meatballs. Cool. Okay. Yeah. Actually, it's really hot in here. It's hotter than hell in here. I picked the hottest time of the day to do this stream. Not too smart. Let's see. Is there anything else? Oh yeah, when you eat it, yeah, you can. You know how to eat the spaghetti, right? You stick the fork in it, and then a spoon. You twirl it with the spoon. Here, I'll demonstrate that. Can I do that? Oh, I got a big mess here. Well, I don't know how to show you how to eat spaghetti. You can eat it any way you want, but you can curl it, right? You take the fork, and you put it into the spaghetti, and then you take a spoon and hold that against the end of the fork. That way, when you turn the spaghetti on the fork, the spaghetti doesn't fall off the end of the fork, and you can just wind it on there really good and then eat it. So that's how you eat spaghetti. And I didn't think I was going to get into how to eat spaghetti. All right. Trying to think if there's anything else. Oh, another thing. When you're cutting, let me show you this. When you're cutting with your knife, let's see. This is this type of knife here that's wider and it gets smaller. I don't know what it's called, but this is really cool because you can use this as a paring knife. You can do just about everything with this little knife. And one thing that you'll see people do a lot is when they get their stuff all chopped up and they want to put it into the pan, and they're on a cutting board. I'm on a towel here because I had to put my pan down here, but they will, on the cutting board, they will take their knife after they got it all cut up, and they'll put the pot on the end of the cutting board, and then they'll scoop it off like this with a knife. Right? You probably do that, right? You probably do that after you chop stuff up. You go like this, and what happens is when you do that, you end up scraping the edge of the knife against the cutting board, and your knife gets dull really fast that way. And I found out that if you just simply take your knife and flip it over and use that side to scoop the ingredients off the edge of the thing, your knife will stay sharp for a long, long time. I only sharpen my knife now like once every couple of months now or something by doing that. I used to have to sharpen it almost every time because it would go dull because I would scrape it on this cutting board like this. So that's another tip. Save you from having to sharpen your knife all the time. So let's see. All right, am I still in sync? Okay. Well, we got an ad starting pretty soon. Okay, I guess after the ad, we'll wrap it up. How many minutes have I gone? Only 40 minutes. All right, that's okay. I don't need to go a full hour, I don't think. Plus, I'm hungry. I probably made everybody hungry now, right? All right. The ads are going to run. It says ads starting soon, so they may be running now. I'm not sure. I can't tell. I can't tell if they're running. Just in case, we'll wait. Run. 1 minute. Ad starting soon. Oh, I know what. I can do this. Okay, here we go. Here's an ad. No, it's not going to let me do that. All right, I don't know. It says ad starting soon, but it's supposed to start already. Oh, there it goes. It's in progress. It says now. All right, I'll be back after the ad. Are the ads over? I think the ads are over. All right, okay, hang on just a second here. Be right back. Okay, I think the ads are over. This spaghetti has been sitting there for a while. Normally, I would try to, you time everything out so that your sauce is done at the same. All the ingredients get done at the same time, so they all can come together and they're still warm and all that kind of stuff. But this pasta has been sitting for a little while I was dicking around doing that other stuff. So let me show you what this. It's a little sticky now. See that? Kind of clumpy, and the way you fix that again is just pour a little bit more water on top of it, and if you want to keep it warm, then you can put warm water on it, whatever, and it loosens it right up again. And again, yeah, I like to use water rather than oil, just because the other, your sauce will stick to it when you're eating it. All right, I guess that's it. Those were my pasta tips. I hope those were helpful to folks. Let me do my wrap thing here. Let's see if we. I guess I got to actually have some viewers here. I guess I can do a raid on somebody, eh? Let's see if there's anybody I follow who's out there. Oh, Don Factorial. Let's see, what is he doing? Oh, he's doing a game. I wonder if he would accept a raid. I don't think I've ever chatted in his stream before. Let's see here. He's only got 2 people, so I'm sure he would appreciate a raid. So let me see if I can get this here. Factorial, okay. All right, so let's raid out to Don Factorial. He's a math guy. He does a lot of math, but he's playing a game right now. So we'll go ahead and raid him. I hope he doesn't mind getting a raid. I've never tried raiding him before, and as I say, I don't even think I've even typed in his chat before. But we'll give it a try. Factorial. Let's see if that works. Okay, he's got his thing that says mature audiences. I don't know. He's just playing a game. So, all right. So we got 6 viewers. Thank you everybody for watching it. I'm gonna play my closing here. Now I don't even think I need to, but it's got my credits and all that crap on it. And we'll see you on the other side there. Oh, raid call. Just make up your own. Keep it clean. All right, here we go. Bye.